You're there to get taken care of. That's why it's difficult for women that's waiting for men at the finish line, because by the time that man get to his apex and by the time he started making money, he figured out what the fucking finesse was. Right. He realized that you're not valuable enough to be in his life because you didn't add any value into him when he didn't have shit. That's why guys are starting to wise up, because they saying, listen, why would I pick you when you on a downslope of who you are? But the way that you value me is based off of my ability to be able to provide for you.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good, man. We got your boy Anton Daniels, man, spitting that facts, right? That brother is spitting that facts, and he's pretty much talking about how a lot of your sisters like to wait at the finish line. Instead of sitting over here dealing with your geeky kid or dealing with your guy, man, who's sitting in chorus or sitting in the band, you know, they want to go ahead and go for the popular guys, right? Then when these guys reach a certain status, when they get older, once they become, like, prime example, Will Smith. We are like, he's a good example of someone who was not really popular, your geeky kid, you're pretty much you're like, if a good role model was somebody, it would look like Will Smith when he was younger. He was your ideal golden child, as in, you know, hey, he did clean rap, he had a nice pretty show. I mean, like, dude, come on, Will Smith goes a long way. But now that these guys reach a certain status, women, black women, all throwing themselves at him, saying they deserve him, right? You hear a lot of women saying, I deserve that guy. I deserve a guy like that. I want a guy like that. But they never put in the work. Once again, they wait at the finish line. So pretty much that is what he is about to break down. And he does it so fluently. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. But before we get into that, man, do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.
Get taken care of. That's why it's difficult for women that's waiting for men at the finish line, because by the time that man get to his apex and by the time he started making money, he figured out what the fucking finesse was. Right. He realized that you're not valuable enough to be in his life because you didn't add any value into him when he didn't have shit. That's why guys are starting to wise up, because they saying, listen, why would I pick you when you on a downslope of who you are, but the way that you value me is based off of my ability to be able to provide for you. The best time for people to get married is when they don't have shit. I don't need you if I have everything. What the fuck I need you for marriage if I'm already a millionaire?
See, I agree with
I need you for, because
that part, but the other part is
no. Stop, man. Stop. Think about it like this. Because the reason why women is not winning, especially black women, is because they thinking about it from a selfish perspective. They're looking at it from the perspective of, well, I need a man to do this. The way that you become successful in anything is you reverse engineer it by putting yourself in that position. If I'm looking to get this job, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ask myself, what are they looking for? Why do they need me? What is it that I need to sell them from in the interview? What value can I add into the organization? The negotiation for the compensation don't come after until they make you the job offer. First, you got to get yourself in the door. So why would...
Oh, that brother was cooking. And I wish I can. I'm gonna try to see if I can find that full video. But he was cooking, and he's pretty much saying, man, that, you know, when you have women, man, who join these jobs, it's just a person in general. When you're applying for the job, when you're going to the interview, you're going to do everything you can to get that job. Now, as far as the negotiating, as far as what we're going to pick and choose, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, that doesn't come until after you get the job. But a lot of women are backwards. They want to go ahead and negotiate everything and then sit over here and try to get the job. They want to sit over here. How much money am I going to get? Am I going to get this money right now? Yada, yada, yada. And then try to get the job. It just doesn't work that way. A lot of you women, once again, wait at the finish line. And that's all he is saying. And he's saying that a lot of you women do not reciprocate value whatsoever. You don't want to put in the work to get the job. Let's just say that. You don't want to put in the work to get the job. So we get women who are very disrespectful. We get women who are very entitled. We get women who, once again, that's what feminism is really about. What can we do that doesn't require a lot of energy, but can get us everything we need, right? that can get us to where the men are, right? To get us above the patriarchy. And as he said in the video that, you know, the reason a lot of your sisters are not winning is because they are selfish. The only group of women who sit up here and tell other men that they have to pay for this, that they have to sit over here and pay for the rent, pay for a bag, pay for a ding Chanel bag, pay for Ruth Chris, you can't take them to Cheesecake Factory, you gotta take them to something crazy. You only see that from your black women. Those are the only race of women that sit up here and require all of that. Is it all of them? No, we already know it's not all of them, but it's a lot of them, right? It's a lot of them. I was trying to deal with a sister back in my HBCU, and guess what, right? Guess what? She was so entitled that, you know, she wanted me to buy the pieces. She wanted me to go to her room. She wanted me to sit over here and foot everything, which is fine, right? To some degree, it is fine, especially if I'm going to get some cookies that time. But you ain't trying to give me nothing. You ain't really trying to put forth an effort to show interest in me, but yet you want me to foot all the bills. You want me to buy you the food. You want me to walk to your room. You want me, like, no. But guess what? She found a sip to do it, right? And sadly, it was my teammate. Which really is really worse because my other teammate got necked up from her and he decides to date her. And now they're married. Now they are married. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. But hey, you know, I mean, people walk down the path that they want to walk. But she wasn't reciprocating any value. But guess what? The guy that she married, he had money. He had a lot of money. He had a lot of mommy and daddy's money. And guess why they end up marrying? Because she found herself a simp who was going to foot the bill all the time, who was going to sit over here and take care of her, even though she was not deserving of it. She sat here and slurped up one of your friends and you confronted her about it. She lies and you fast forward, you marry her. It's crazy. It's crazy, but hey, if that's how you want to live your life, once again, that's how you live your life. But she waited at the finish line after getting dug out by numerous of football players, right? After sitting over here, man, getting tossed around, getting back and forth, and she admitted, right? She admitted that she messed with certain football players. And guess what she did? As soon as school was over with, she was right there waiting for him. And she waited. Like she waited. She waited at the finish line. It was mad early. Right? Don't get it wrong. She was mad early. She did accomplish to get married before she even hit 25, which kudos to them, right? Kudos to them. Kudos to her for finding a man. It was a simp, nonetheless. It was a simp, but she found herself a man who is going to take care of her. But guess what? I bet you she did not have to do anything. She didn't have to do much because, like I said, I ain't have a whole lot, and she was trying to get me to do a whole lot, and it just wasn't going to work. No, ma'am, no, you're too high maintenance. But like I said, she found a guy, she found a simp to do that, and guess what? She didn't once again have to put in any work. She did not have to put in any work. He's sitting over here buying her all of this stuff because look, I didn't hit jackpot, and that's what a lot of your sisters are trying to get. They're trying to get a simp who's going to sit up here, spend all that money, give you all of that money, pretty much being able to be taken care of. I mean, the dude's in the Marines, so I mean, he's going to be getting that check, and I'm pretty sure she's getting dug out by other guys. Once again, men are only going to allow what they're willing to allow. You know, like Anton Daniel said, man, a lot of your sisters are selfish today, and a lot of your sisters do not want to put in that work, right? And he used a great analogy where you know what you have to do to get a job. Y'all know what y'all have to do to get a man. But a lot of women are not willing to do that, and they're willing to go backwards. They're willing to sit over here and have you pay for everything, have you give the boyfriend treatment without her doing anything for it besides look cute. That's the crazy thing about it. A lot of women, all they have to do is look cute, and they get a dinner date. They get to go on dates. They get to go on multiple dates because it ain't just one guy trying to holler at them. It's multiple guys. And once again, a lot of women make your poor decisions, a lot of your sisters, which is why the single mother rate is so high among sisters. They pick the wrong men at a young age, and then once they hit their 30s, then they're gonna want to settle for for somebody like Will Smith. Then they're gonna want to settle for Jonathan Majors, guys, man, who they were not looking for or that was not on their radar back in high school. Now they're 30, they got tons of kids, or they're freaking washed up. They want to sit over here and say, hey, well, let me go ahead and take you serious now. Guys, do not fall for it. Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.